NoDQ Live here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AaronRift_NoDQ. We are coming off Smackdown Live, the final Smackdown Live of November as we head into December and the final month of 2017. We have Clash of Champions coming up. Overall, I thought Smackdown was, like Raw, a pretty lackluster show. We have several people in the chat already. Certified G is here. Welcome, Certified G. The main event of SmackDown Live was Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton in not a no DQ match, but a no disqualification match. So apparently WWE is not using the hashtag no DQ anymore. I wonder why. I wonder why they're not using that hashtag. And they're using hashtag no disqualifications. Who in their right mind is going to tweet hashtag no disqualifications and type that out every single time? It's just silly, in my opinion. But, you know, WWE doesn't want to give me any kind of publicity, I guess. So they're using a different hashtag, whatever. But anyways, well, Kayfabe Candy Ass says it is 120... 800, no, what did I just say? 820, wow, I'm tired. 280 limit instead of the 140 limit. So I guess WWE wants to spread it out and say hashtag no disqualifications. Anyways, let's talk about the main event, which was Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, no disqualification, no DQ, whatever you want to call it. Where was Rusev? Brain says, where was Rusev? I agree on that. No Rusev on this show. No Aiden English. No Rusev Day. That makes me a sad panda. I am not happy about this at all. No Shin. There was no Shin on this show other than the clip from Starrcade. I will say I like the fact that WWE showed footage from the Starrcade event. I thought that that was cool and made the Starrcade event feel like a little bit bigger of a deal even though it was not televised. I like the fact that WWE showed it. So yeah, no shit on this show. We had SmackDown open up with Shane McMahon. He was still upset about Owens and Zayn and Daniel Bryan not allowing Shane to fire them. And they set up the match, no disqualification. Oh, Justin just said, finally helping. Thank you, Justin. He sent a $2 super chat donation. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Anyways, back to SmackDown Live. We had the no DQ match. I'm just going to say no DQ because it's easier. No DQ, and we had the stipulation where Sami Zayn was barred from ringside, which of course was the little cute gimmick where Sami Zayn came out anyways, but since he technically wasn't at ringside, they were up by the entrance, and since Sami Zayn attacked him there, it was technically not ringside. So stupid. I mean, this was really lame. Why could WWE not bring back El Generico or actually have El Generico debut in WWE? This would have been the perfect opportunity to have El Generico come out and cost Randy Orton the match. And then Sami Zayn could deny it's him and say it's some guy from Mexico that calls himself El Generico. He had nothing to do with it. It would have been way more entertaining than what WWE actually did. I am so disappointed. This would have been the great opportunity to have El Generico appear and have that be the reason for Orton losing. Not a fan of what they did. I thought it was incredibly lame. Kayfabe Candy S says, how about Randy's hair, huh? That, I have to say, was something I thought about when I was watching that. Orton does not look good with that hairstyle at his age. He's a dad now, and it feels like an old guy trying to stay young and hip. It just doesn't work with a 40-year-old Randy Orton. So yeah, I thought that that looked really awkward. He needs to get rid of that look ASAP. Imagine me with that look. Granted, I'm a little bit younger than Randy Orton, but still, if I had my hair like that, people would be thinking I have some sort of midlife crisis. Randy Orton needs to get rid of that haircut immediately. Ooh, Mr. Carlos, you're trying to get yourself in the NoDQ doghouse saying that Aiden English sucks. Aiden English is great. He is the best thing about SmackDown. And the fact that him and Rusev were not on this show, that brought down SmackDown several notches. I'm almost going to say that Raw was a better show, even though I thought Raw was very disappointing. The fact that we got no Aiden English, no Rusev, I am greatly let down by this. And a $2 super chat donation just came in from Jeffrey. So apparently the Usos are faces again. Yeah, this is a little bit interesting. I mean, I'm confused for the fact that we had Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I thought they were going to be feuding with the Usos. Now, maybe we're going to have Benjamin and Gable as heels. But the thing is, why did they lose to the New Day if they're going to be the #1 contenders? The whole tag team situation is really bizarre right now, and it confuses me. And the fact that there was no Aiden English or Rusev on this show. I mean, maybe they're going to do like a fatal 4-way tag team match. I'm not really sure at this point. The whole thing just, I don't know what direction WWE is going in. It really felt like this show did very little to really set up Clash of Champions. I think we had a better idea of what the card was going to be last week. After this week, I'm confused now. What's next for Mojo Rowley? Mojo Rowley turned heel on Zack Ryder, so I guess we know the kickoff match for Clash of Champions. I really don't care. I don't care about Zack Ryder at this point. I even don't care about Mojo Rowley. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. The Hype Brothers are no more. I am pretty much indifferent to it. I want to go back to the tag team match, which was New Day defeating Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. New Day came out with pancakes. What is this? Titus O'Neil with the Rufus Pancake Patterson or whatever his name was? What's the deal with the pancakes? I don't get it. Maybe I'm just out of touch with pop culture. What's the pancakes reference to? I have no idea. I thought it was really stupid, you know? Like I said, New Day is... They are way past their prime, in my opinion. Although I will say the little Christmas promo they did was pretty good. It was pretty good. But other than that, I wasn't a fan of the whole pancakes segment. Yeah, I guess people just love pancakes. So I guess New Day, they have ice cream, they have pancakes. I mean, what's next? Are they going to go vegan? Are we going to have New Day come out with some vegan snacks or something? Actually, that's Daniel Bryan's department, I guess. That would be something Daniel Bryan would do. New Day waffles. New Day pizza. New Day is stale like stale bread. Cormac says, I'm vegan. Yes, they should. New Day tofu. There you go. Absolution or Riot Squad. Oh, man. I'm not a fan of either name. Absolution, I guess, just because Paige is in it, and I think Mandy Rose is hot. But other than that, Riot Squad is okay, but, I mean, I'm not really sold on the group yet. They did pick up the win. So we had this 6 women's match instead of at Clash of Champions. We had it on SmackDown. And I'm getting conflicting opinions here. Braden says Riot is good on the mic, and then Tyler, TJS, says Ruby Riot is so awkward on the mic. Delete kayfabe candy ass. Oh, wow. Edward Chavez finally catching up with NoDQ Live. Welcome, Edward. I appreciate your viewership. Please spread the word. Pretty Mean Sisters. Any name, I think Absolution is just a lousy name. Like I said last night, I think Paige's Posse is a better name. The Riot Squad, I mean, really, yeah, it's okay, but it just seems really cheesy. It seemed like they maybe spent, I don't know, 60 seconds coming up with that name. I thought the match was You had Natalya basically walking out on Charlotte and Naomi. They took out Naomi with the steel steps. It's a complete carbon copy of Raw, pretty much. I would have rather seen Paige come out and, as I suggested, maybe have a female NWO, give them a different name, but give them a better name, maybe put some thought into it, and have Paige and her group try to run roughshod over both shows. I would have liked that a lot more than what WWE has actually done. Just like I would have preferred El Generico coming out than Sami Zayn coming out on the stage and attacking Orton, and they're like, well, it wasn't technically ringside. I just thought it was stupid. But then again, it's SmackDown Live, so I'm really not expecting much these days. Oh, somebody here said I agree that Sarah Logan looks like Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, she looks like Stephanie McMahon. Liv Morgan looks kind of like Alexa Bliss a little bit. And Ruby Riot, some people think she looks like a poor woman's Paige. So yeah, I think the three of them could perhaps tweak their looks a little bit to make themselves stand out a little bit more. They just feel like carbon copies, and none of them really have something that particularly stands out. I guess Ruby Riot has the tattoos, so that does make her a little bit different. So I don't know. We have a spammer in here, Carol Perez. Find girl for sex, check out my profile for link. Block. Bye-bye. Thank you, TJS. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated, sir. So, Wrestling Historian, you're spamming now. Put that guy in timeout. Rift Aronson for creative. Rift Aronson is dead. Do I have to put out a Rift Aronson is dead t-shirt for you guys to get the message? Oh, and TJS says, how much dumber can Carmella's character look? Yeah, I agree. So the three women beat up Charlotte again, and there was no Carmella. Where is she? The writing on this show is just so bad. We did have the Fashion Files with a parody of the Saw movies, and here's my problem with it. It's almost December. There's Christmas advertisements. Why was this not done in October? Huh? October, you do the Saw parody. You don't do the Saw parody after Thanksgiving. What are you thinking, Road Dogg, or whoever came up with this? I don't know if it was Road Dogg or not. It might have been somebody else. But regardless, do a Christmas-themed Fashion Files. Why do a Halloween-themed one after Thanksgiving? You have it ass backwards. God. For crying out loud here, people. This isn't rocket science. Although maybe it is for people in WWE. Hashtag WWE logic. Aaron flipped a switch. Yeah, this show sucked. There's really no defending it. Jeffrey just sent in another $2 super chat donation. They should do Home Alone Fashion Files. There you go. Bring Zack Ryder in for that. We know Zack Ryder loves Home Alone. He used to reference it all the time during his Z True Hollywood story. Let's get Zack Ryder in there. Do a Home Alone parody. Maybe even bring in Joe Pesci if you can afford the guy. I'm not sure what he's doing these days, but that would be funny. That would be entertaining. Have Joe Pesci as a guest host for Raw or SmackDown. I mean, let's do something interesting. This show was boring. This was a boring SmackDown. I think I might actually say the Bludgeon Brothers, they were the highlights of this show. I like their entrance music. I think their entrance music is really cool. And that's like the one good thing I like about this group so far. The entrance music is pretty badass. In my opinion, of course. I think most of you would agree with me on that. Maybe some of you don't like it, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a cool theme song. Better than Raw or not? That is a tough one. I mean, oh man. I mean, SmackDown is 2 hours, but I'm going to go with SmackDown, but just barely. It's really close. I thought both shows were lackluster. And here's the thing, to use Jeff Meacham's line. I need to put out a Here's the Thing t-shirt, by the way, for Jeff Meacham. Real quick, I wanted to thank everyone for taking advantage of the Black Friday sale, picking up some NoDQ related t-shirts. I definitely plan on putting some more out there. Maybe a Here's the Thing t-shirt for Jeff. Maybe a few other t-shirts. Thank you guys again for your support. Very much appreciated. What did you guys think? Do you think NXT was better? Well, not NXT. Of course NXT's better. Scratch that. Was Raw better or SmackDown better? Chris May says SmackDown was better than Raw. I was bored with both shows, says Jeffrey. We need a Rift Aronson t-shirt. No, we do not. He's dead. Rift Aronson is dead. He gets no t-shirt. Connection went off. Aaron Rift as a WWE writer. No, thank you. Oh, very bad connection. Super D duper. Very bad connection. Wonderful. So I apologize if I cut out here. My expensive Wi-Fi top-of-the-line connection is apparently not working. Or it's Facebook. I'm not really sure at this point. All the messages are coming through fine. Ouch. From Neil. Baron Corbin's hairline has seen the end of days. Ouch, man. Aaron's connection was deleted. I don't like that. I don't like reading that. Maybe it's an improvement. I don't know. Your Wi-Fi looks like my Android. Oh dear. Should Jim Cornette and Vince Russo brawl for the main event at WrestleMania? There's no chance WWE does that. But you know what? Cody Rhodes has that show coming up pretty soon in 2018. Cody Rhodes needs to fill 10,000 seats. Then why not have Jim Cornette versus Vince Russo? Realistically, it ain't going to do a damn thing. There might be 1,000 people, realistically, that care about Jim Cornette versus Vince Russo, me being one of them. But, hey, if they could pull that would be very entertaining. But I think Cody really wants to get, hey, I'm here. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? I turned off the Wi-Fi because it was sabotaging the video. Anyways, I wanted to talk about 205 Live. I have no idea how this on-demand version is going to turn out. It might be the weirdest on-demand version. There might be a minute of weirdness. Hopefully you guys are still here, still watching the video. We have 42, so this video is almost pretty much done for in terms of live viewership. So this is going to be fun. I might as well just completely go off the rails here and talk about whatever. 205 Live. WWE sent out a survey about 205 Live. Apparently, the viewership is not very good for 205 Live. WWE sent out this survey asking fans why nobody is watching, what could be done to improve viewership. I should just start singing now. I mean, the viewership, we're at 60 live viewers. I mean, this is like, we've hit rock bottom here. I mean, I might as well try to get down to 0 and start singing until literally everyone tunes out. But yeah, not looking good for 205 Live. And, you know, the selfish, maybe delusional part of me likes to say that it's because of NoDQ Live. But let's face it, only 60 people are watching this live right now. So I really doubt that's making a huge difference with 205 Live. I mean, they might have like, I don't even know the number, how many people are watching 205 Live, but I would say it's in the hundreds of thousands. And, you know, obviously, realistically, NoDQ Live is not making any real dent in WWE's viewership. But I like to take credit for it, so I'm going to anyways. I'm just going to take credit for it. What do you guys think is the reason why, and I'm sure you have several reasons, but what do you think is the #1 reason why 205 Live might be doing poorly in viewership? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'll read off some of the responses. Why do you think 205 Live is not getting as many viewers as WWE wants? One reason. Just stick to one. Interstate Kyle, no star power. Sind CK, WWE Creative. Kayfabe Candy S, the Cruiserweights are treated like geeks. Shootin' Putin, there are no stars in 205 Live. Mike Nixon, Neville isn't there. Because it's purple, says Marco. Justin says Enzo. James says no appealing characters. James says no stories. Jose says not interested. It's not entertaining. They're held back. They don't let them loose. No Neville, because it sucks. 205 Live just sucks. Yes, Enzo and Neville as well. Botched since the Cruiserweight Classic. The talent are held back. Boring. Vanilla midgets. So those are just some of the reasons people are given why 205 Live is not getting the viewership that WWE desires. Oh, by the way, we are back up over 100 now, so we've recovered a little bit. Thank you guys for sticking with me here as we go through the technical difficulties. I don't understand why my phone's connection is better than the Wi-Fi, but as I like to say, it is what it is. As far as my opinion on 205 Live, I think it was Austin Aries being gone, because I noticed myself making a conscious effort to watch 205 Live every week. And once Aries was gone, I found myself just completely losing interest. Austin Aries was a difference maker for me personally, tuning in. I liked his commentary. I liked him being in the title picture. Another problem for me is that I feel like, I think Jonathan Smith makes a great point. The crowd being dead. You know, that's been a problem since the beginning. The fact that the crowds are so tired from SmackDown, they really don't react to the Cruiserweight segments. And when you watch the show, it feels like it's not that big of a deal because the crowd doesn't really care about what's going on. Another problem for me is that I feel like the show was built around the same 6 or 7 guys, and it was just the same 6 or 7 guys being rotated in matches every week. It would be Rich Swann versus Cedric Alexander, or Noam Dar versus Cedric Alexander, or Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. You know, the same 6 or 7 guys rotated every single week. And they did have at least some kind of storyline in the beginning with the whole Alicia Fox love triangle. They had that. They had a few storylines going on, and now it seems like they have nothing. They really don't have anything going on. Enzo's on there, and it doesn't seem to be helping. And that's why WWE is sending out this survey, trying to get some fan feedback about it. I think there is really no need for there to be 205 Live. I say record it before SmackDown and air it afterwards. I think that's one thing you can do. Maybe bring in some new talents. Maybe just do some more interesting angles with people. Change things up. And have somebody come out there, drop a pipe bomb. Do something shocking that people are not expecting on 205 Live to create some buzz. You need some buzz about it. But then again, there might only be so many things that can be done, because 205 Live is just yet another hour of WWE programming. It's the general problem that the WWE product is oversaturated. You already have so much WWE programming to watch. By the way, another spammer in here, Donna Baker. I guess my videos must be somewhat popular if we have these automated spammers coming in here. So I must be doing something right. Kayfabe Candy Ass says they're burning out even the hardcore fans. Caleb Jacobs says Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami might make a slight difference, but realistically, and I hate to disappoint some of you, I don't think he's going to be a big difference maker. That's my gut feeling. I don't think all of a sudden you're going to have tons of people tuning in to see Hideo Itami. Don't think it's going to happen. And the fact that Austin Aries left and Neville's been gone, I think it's going to hurt morale. And I think that there are a lot of guys that will not be very enthusiastic about being involved in the Cruiserweight division, at least people that could actually make a difference. Like somebody in here mentioned Ricochet, but is Ricochet really want to be part of the 205 Live roster Cruiserweight division when guys like Austin Aries didn't really work out there? Excuse me. Is he really going to want that spot? He might be happier just doing what he's doing on the indies. I would think that Ricochet would want to mix it up with the main guys. And I sense that that is what Austin Aries wanted. To be in there with the main guys, be in there with Bobby Roode, be in there with Samoa Joe. The guys that were his peers in TNA. And when it comes to WWE, all of a sudden Austin Aries is just part of the Cruiserweight division. And there's that glass ceiling, so to speak. It's because Vince doesn't care anymore. Mike says, do you think it's time for another draft or superstar shakeup? I don't think WWE should do 2 in 1 year. And when there was all that talk about WWE possibly doing that, I wasn't a fan of it. I think WWE should stick to once a year. I think if you do it twice a year, it actually waters things down even more. So, no, I don't think they should do a draft until after WrestleMania. That's just my opinion. TGS, is there a new U.S. title design? Shun Poon says, what's in your bottle, Aaron? Water. I'm drinking water. I know that might disappoint you. It's not beer. It's not any kind of alcohol. It's not soda. It's just water. Very boring water. It is filtered water, though. And I know there's the whole gag on Curb Your Enthusiasm about the filtered water. Do you think Finn Balor should face Brock Lesnar, says Nathan the Noob? Absolutely, 100%. I would like to see that match. I would like to see the Demon versus Brock Lesnar. I just want that storyline to be concluded. You know, he's entitled, Finn Balor is entitled to that rematch. Interstate Kyle says, I'm straight edge like Aaron. Good for you, Interstate Kyle. I'm very proud of you. Seriously. Michael Wayne, how's Finn Balor's booking? It could be better. I mean, I don't think it's the worst, but I think the last couple weeks, him getting beat up by Kane has done him no favors. You know, coming off of that win against AJ Styles, I mean, he should have been protected. And the fact that after Survivor Series, after that big win over AJ, Balor's getting beaten up by Kane. I mean, I said it a couple weeks ago. Why not feed somebody else to Kane? You have all these other mid-card guys you can feed to Kane. Why Finn Balor if he's potentially going to face Brock Lesnar? So, yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that. Jonathan Smith, do you think Hawkins and Ryder will team back up? Probably not. I sense they're going to have a kickoff match and maybe they'll have a few appearances here and there and then both of them will likely disappear. I wonder what I said about Mojo Rowley at WrestleMania. I'd have to go back, but I could have sworn back then I said it would not surprise me if in a year's time Mojo Rowley is just completely forgotten about in WWE. And I think he's already halfway there. He's got this heel turn now, but 6 months from now, will him and Zack Ryder even be part of WWE? And, you know, I feel bad for them. But at this point, there's really no reason to care about either guy. Zack Ryder, you know, WWE should have done something with him years ago, and now it's just too late for both of those guys. I really hate to say it. And it feels like it's becoming too late for Mike Bennett, you know. Aloman65 says, did Mike Bennett get released? He's still there, but he's not doing anything. He was a lumberjack a couple weeks ago, and that's the last time we saw him, and the last time he's appeared on television in a while. Nathan the Noob says, why did Nathan Jones ever leave SmackDown? Because he sucks. I mean, WWE felt he was so bad they did not even want him getting in the ring at WrestleMania. Yeah, the guy just wasn't that good. He had a good look, but that's literally all he brought to the table, and WWE quickly gave up on him. He couldn't cut it in the ring. Is Maria still there? Maria is pregnant, so she's not on television. I don't know what's going to happen with Mike Bennett. It feels like they've already given up on him, and they brought him in, and then when it didn't get over as much as they were hoping, that was it. I don't know if they're going to do anything else with him after that. Oh, we got another spammer in here. Carol Smith. Jeez. So Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin, we had that promo on SmackDown. I think that's the one major thing I haven't mentioned. By the way, I don't think Corbin has a new U.S. title design. I know some of you are speculating about that. Some fan made a fan version of that title design to look like the IC title. And that title design was used on that graphic. So I'm assuming somebody just photoshopped that on and it's not the actual title design, because a fan about 6 months to a year ago was claiming that he made that design, you know, to make it look like the U.S. title version of the IC title. or something like that. I think Bobby Roode has potential in this company. Yeah, I know the venue posted the picture, but that title is a fan-created title from what I saw about 6 months to a year ago. I think it was just photoshopped on. It looks like it was photoshopped on. I don't think that's a new title design. I wouldn't say that 100%, but my feeling is it's not, and it's just a Photoshop. Shootin' Putin says Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. He's so awkward as a face. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea that Roode came in as a babyface because people love singing the Glorious song, but it feels like he's better as a heel. The babyface thing feels a bit forced from him. Then again, we have... Okay, get rid of Carol Smith. Carol Smith is still here. Bobby Roode, I could see him winning the U.S. title, and I think he should. Maybe that'll turn things around for him. Although Base Dash Ketchum says, I like Roode as a face, not awkward at all to me. You know, I think he's fine. I mean, I think he's better as a heel, but I understand having him as a babyface because his song is pretty much going to guarantee that he always gets cheered. I just love combining all my words when I talk. Samoan family faction. I think somebody's suggesting that idea. It could have happened, you know, with Roman Reigns and the Usos, but we all know Roman Reigns isn't turning heel. It's not going to happen. Give up on it. It's not going to happen. I don't think WWE is going to do like a Samoan faction or anything like that. Is Roman Reigns a better wrestler than Luther Reigns? Yeah, 100%. I mean, as much as I complain about Roman Reigns is not a bad wrestler. Roman Reigns is really good. It's just his character sucks. His character is boring and generic. But I've never complained about Reigns as an in-ring performer. He is really good. Arguably great. Luther Reigns was terrible in just about everything he did. So that is that. Anyways, on that note, I will go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm actually having a little bit of a sore throat here, so it's been a struggle to get through here. Hopefully the video turned out okay for you guys. I know there were some technical difficulties. I will be back in the next day or so with NoDQ video. That will be coming up. We got more Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Jeff Meacham has his toughest challenge to date coming up, going up against our mini tournament winner, David from Gibraltar, way out there on the southern tip of Spain. He really knows his stuff. It's going to be a great match. Check it out later this week. James says follow NoDQ DOTCOM on Instagram. That is an Instagram account that he made. You guys can check that out. And of course, follow NoDQ.com on all social media platforms at NoDQ DOTCOM on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me at Aaron Rift on Facebook and Twitter. And that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys again for your support and your viewership. And I will see you guys next time for more. Take it easy, guys.